wabarakatuh. Welcome on the couch. My name is Rukia, and today we have our panelists. And today we are going to talk about the results. All and A-level results are out. And do you have to have a plan when you finish your A-level and your O-levels, or do you have to plan after the results are out? So, guys, we are stuck most of the times. We don't know what to do, or we don't even have a plan, which is dangerous. We have to have a plan. We have to know what we want to do. So today I just want to hear from my friends here. What do you think? What do you have to advise? What is it that you see people should do when the results are out? What do you think?
Okay, for me, I think most people they get confused when they write their exams, be it O level or A level. Most people they don't know what they want to do after, like at the university. What is the career they want to take on? Most people they're just like, okay, my parents did sciences, so I will do sciences, or they did arts, so I will do arts. But I think we have to have a proper career guidance whereby you understand what are your strengths, what you want to do in life. Because it's not okay for me, like I'll just go and say, today I've got art subject, but I'm not really interested in art subject. Then I go and take a career on that. That's when we'll see people later on in life, they fail on what they are doing because they just choose randomly. So I think for me, like you better sit down and plan like what are my interests, what is the things that I love doing. I think if you choose from that, then it will be good.
So you're saying it's about passion, right?
Exactly.
Passion based, okay.
Yeah, passion, and you have also to identify your strengths, because sometimes there are some careers that require for you to have a science or a math subject, and you know that you cannot do maths because it's a prerequisite in a lot of areas. But sometimes you realize that you cannot even like understand maths from the start, so you have to understand that no, I cannot do this, so let me not lean on this kind of subjects, and then go to maybe arts. Arts, you don't really need maths, you just need to do, mostly it's about reading. If you know that your strength is in reading, then you go on and go for reading. Maybe you know that your strength is not even in academics. Identify your strengths. Sometimes maybe you fail everything because you are not really into academics. It's not the end. Don't give up, don't despair. Look at what are the things that you can do. Maybe some people are good in sports, some people are good in maybe creating some arts like writing, maybe filmmaking, because they realize, you do something out, like you get something out of that.
I think I like what you're saying, because you have looked at another thing. If you have another skill, if you have another talent, you can look at that. Like for example, I would give this thing of like cooking. Some people are so good at cooking, and then because you failed, and then you just start sitting like, I cannot do anything. Try to think of it like, I can be a chef, I can be an event planner. You try to like expand your territory. I think that's what.
And also parents, I think parents are really have to start to accept what their children can do, because what sometimes stresses the students when they are waiting for their results. I've had like a lot of other students who are waiting for O and A level results right now. If you tell them, O level results are soon to come out, we are already in January, maybe soon, and the A level results were out, and some people were like afraid to go to get their results. It's not because they are bad at anything or they are bad at everything, but they are afraid that their results and what their parents are expecting, and maybe what the society is expecting from them, is different. So I think parents now need to accept their children, to know that maybe like help them identify what they can do, instead of just going on and saying maybe you should do something that has to do with working in an office, or you should do something that has to be like a doctor, engineer, those common jobs that everyone else is chasing. But if it's not your child's strength, then you have
to. I think we should encourage each other. Like we all need basic 5 O levels in Zimbabwe, based on our education system. So mathematics, English, and science those subjects are needed. So basically, whether you like it or you don't, you need to pass them.
But what happens
is
if
it.
I happen to fail? You know, it's something we have to look at. We don't have to ignore it. Let's say I'm just zero.
Yes, that we understand, but I'm saying if you want to further your education in Zimbabwe, like at the university level, because you need to go to A level, you need to go to university. But we are not saying if you fail O level or A level, or you did not go A level, and you want to do practical subjects, we are saying it's okay. That's when we were saying parents should recognize the strength of their children, so that they will encourage them to do what they love the most. Some people, they don't want to go university. It's not only people who went to university who are prosperous. It's not only people who went to university who make money. But even people who do practical subjects, practical like mechanics, practical like fashion and fabrics, practicals like cooking and stuff. So I think those practicals, mostly we take them from colleges and even polytechnics. So we should encourage each other, like what you want to do. Let's not just say to everybody, you have to go to university, you have to go further and do the
Or in other words, you're saying you have to have a basic of education first before you go and carry on and do the other things. Because sometimes if you are going to have your own, maybe your own bakery, you are
Exactly.
but you need to have basics of education a bit to know that, to be able to understand how to plan, how to do maybe your books, recording your books for your businesses, and knowing how to market. So I think basics like those
you should have basic knowledge, like you know how to write, how to read, how to calculate. Those things are necessary. So we cannot write off like, no, you don't have to go into university. You just have to go to A level, then start your business. No, it's okay if you don't reach university level, but you need basic education. That is the O level.
I also think that people should not get stuck. Like if you didn't pass and then you're just there and like you know, most of the time this practical subject has been removed. Like TG, food and nutrition, they've been removed. 5 O levels, it's almost like you have 4. Okay, so when you have food and then you are stuck, you don't know what to do. I think we should just also try to be flexible and try to make it something on it. That's what I think most of the time. You are moving from this O level to A level. Sometimes you need mentorship, right? Do you think it's right to have mentorship? Because you don't know, because you're getting into another stage of life. You have to know what you're going to do. What is your advice, or what do you think is best for people that are going to go from O to A level, and then they need to go from A level to university? What do you think is the best thing?
There is an issue of combinations. Like nowadays, we are finding out that students are opting for 4 or 5 subjects, and then they end up not relating to each other, the subjects. And it's something that may be a challenge to what the person wants to do in the future, because it shows that they don't have that, they do not know what they really want to do. They are like taking chances. Let's say maybe I take a sciences subject, chemistry, I take geo, I take Shona, I take literature, I take history, and then I don't know whatever is going to come out, that's what I'm going to do at university. And yeah, I think mentorship is really needed for students to really identify what they want. Because long ago, students would just take maybe 3 subjects that will relate to each other, like maths, physics, chemistry. You will find something in the sciences to do. Some take maybe accounts, economics, and business studies. You are in the commercials, you know what you want to do in the commercials. And when it comes to arts, you can choose from a variety like history, Shona, literature, or those arts, divinity and stuff. They know that they want to do something in the arts. But now if you find a student going for something that maybe they go to divinity, and then they take physics, or maybe chemistry or bio, and then they take maybe agriculture, for instance, or maybe technical, take TG, a practical. And then you wonder, like, what does this particular person want to do with their life? And if you're going to ask, they are not really sure. So, yeah, I mean, if we support for mentorship, like, students need to.
I think as soon as people finish their O levels, they need to get career guidance. They need to be guided.
As soon as they finish, or do you think we should start early?
Even before. Even earlier, but what I'm saying, why I say O level, because in A-level, that's when you need to choose a combination. So after A-level, you're just doing basic subjects. But now on A-level, you need to choose subjects that relate to what you want to do. So that's when we need mentorship on, like, if it's possible for schools, like, to take children to different universities so that they will be guided on, like, if you take this kind of subject, you do this kind of job, you take on this kind of career, then it will help much than just like people saying, okay, I'm good, I think I'm good at maths, I'm also good at English, I'm also good at commerce, so you just
also have
need
to know the
combinations.
points, right? The
Yeah.
right points when you are starting A level, because those things we are ignoring them somehow because we are suffering now after getting the results. Results are out, you have 2 points and you start to think like, what am I supposed to do? What am I going to do? So I agree that you should.
I think even your results show you like, are you able to pursue this or not? Like if you get less points than what is required, that means maybe ahead you find more difficulties. So if you get like 1 point or 0 points at A level, then you have to look for another option, maybe those practical things or something. Because if it's hard on you at A level, then basically it's going to be much harder.
But I also think people should look into poly. It can be an option, right?
Yeah, polytechnics and colleges, you can find something practical to do.
I also heard someone saying that at times you have to look, let's say you want to venture into business and then your points are not going with that business thing. You have to look something that is related with business. Like for example, someone said they wanted to be a doctor and then they looked for a course like nursing because you're working towards being a doctor. So if you want to be in the business sector, I don't know what course you have to take that is leading you to the business aspect. Maybe you do entrepreneurship or something of that, and then you're venturing, like taking another way out. I think that's also something we have to look at.
Yes.
Like I want to do human resource management, and then you find that you don't have the points required. You have to look something that is related to human resource management, and then you pursue that.
And you also have to look at the people who are already in certain fields. Like you have to talk to them, you have to ask them what kind of challenges they face or what is it that they did to be where they are. Because you cannot just think like, I think I'm good at this, and then you just try it out. But we have to research about a certain career before you pursue yourself. Because there are some careers that will not be, that men, those careers where you say, these careers are men more likely to do those careers, and these are careers that women are likely to pursue, you know, that kind of thing. So you have to know what you are capable of. There are some careers whereby, like, if you take a look at different situations, there are certain times whereby mostly women, sometimes they cannot spend the whole night at work. You know, those are kind of careers that you also have to look at. Like, will I be able, if I'm going to take care of a family, if I'm going to be a mother, will I be able to pursue this kind of career? So those are kind of the guidelines that will lead you to choose a certain area. You will not just have to look like, 3, 4, 5 years from now, if I get a job, I work in that. Then after that, what will I do? You know, that kind of thing. So.
Now you are finished like your O level, A level, you finish university, and then what happens after university? You know, this world we are living in which direction.
Each year we are having thousands of graduates and everyone is looking for a job. So I think it's high time we start looking for creating those jobs. So I think for now, let's have more people who think in the way of entrepreneurship, opportunity creation and job creation. Creation.
I think for me, people, they make a mistake by thinking that going to university or going to school, it's automatically you are going to get a job. That's not a good perspective at all. What I think is going to school is just a foundation for you to broaden your mind so that you have a proper understanding of what needs to be done. We need to be practical about what we learn at the university or at high school, wherever we learn, we get education. So if we graduate, we finish, we don't basically need to go and look for a job. We have to, you just take 3 or 4 or 5 of your friends, then you decide on a plan. What can we venture into? okay, maybe we did a certain subject, then can we focus on that one? Or you can just totally divert from that. As long as you have the foundation, that is education, you will know what to do. When even if you did sciences, even if you did art subject, and you decided to venture into agriculture, you can still do it when you have the brains, when you have foundation that is education. So it will be easier for everyone. Like you take people who think alike with you, then you start something. I think you can encourage each other from there, then you pursue whatever you want to pursue then.
Yeah, you have to be dynamic and open-minded.
Exactly.
And I like what you're saying, because this is all coming back to you getting the education, not seeing it as something, it is like a job opportunity. You are opening your mind, you're getting there to learn more about the other world. So it's more like you are getting your mind open. It's like a door, another door has been opened, and you have to pick whatever you want from that door.
Yeah, we have to divert from that old perspective that we used to have. That okay, I'm going to university, then I'll go and work in the bank. I'll be a lawyer, be stuff. Those things can happen, you cannot say. But looking at our situation, looking at our economy and all those kind of things, you realize that those opportunities they no longer exist for everyone. So you cannot just stay at home. That's when we have a lot of problems. We have a lot of university students in the streets doing nothing. It seems like we didn't have an education because we are not doing anything. What did you get from the university? What did you get from high school when you left? So all those areas of your life, I think they should open your mind. They should give you an understanding that I need to work on my own. I need to apply this to make something happen, not just to say, I have my certificate, I'm not getting a job, so that's enough.
That's the end of it.
I also think that we are limiting ourselves. I think we are sticking to this. I did this course and I'm going to look for a job that is related to this course. So what I think most of the time we have to be open-minded and think that I can also work outside of my course. I can also do something different. I can also do agriculture as long as I acquire the knowledge or get the people that are doing it. I follow and I learn from them. Right?
For me, I think just surround yourself with people who think alike.
Okay, who have a positive mindset.
Be friends with people who want to do the same as you. If you surround yourself with people who do not encourage you to do something better with your life, then of course you're just gonna take your certificate, you put it under your bed, and it's done.
And it's talking.
Exactly. You have nothing to do in your life. But surround yourself with people who have found that education and made it a foundation, and they are willing to pursue it so that they can do anything. I think if you get education, you can absolutely do anything.
Well, I cannot say anything more. They've said it, they've nailed it. I don't know what else to say. Really, because we have to be dynamic. So guys, do something, get out there. Do everything in the field. You don't have to do it inside your own house. Go out there. It's hard, but you have to get out there and then do and whatever you get to find it on your way.
It's our duty to create something for the future generation. Like the jobs that are there right now, that are at least there are few, but they are there. They've been created by some people long ago, and I think they are being exhausted. Many people are already there. They are occupied. Now we need to start creating more of those opportunities for the future generation. I think that's what we need.
Well, guys, I think and I hope that you've learned one or two things from this topic or this discussion we were having. Hope you are going to do the best with your lives.